Hey guys, my name is Kimberly and this is Winnie, and today we are going to be talking about her helmet. Yeah, can you show off the helmet? We take Winnie to Cranial Technologies, and the proper name for this helmet is called a dock band. So there are three different reasons why they might prescribe the dock band. The first and most common is brachycephaly, which just means that there's a flat spot on the back center of the head. And then the reason that Winnie has it, the second most common, is called plagiocephaly. So her flat spot is on the back and then off to the right a little bit. And then the third reason that they might prescribe one, which I guess is like the least common, is called scaphocephaly. So scaphocephaly, the head is elongated and narrow, and so I haven't actually really seen anyone with that reason for being at Cranial Technology. But yeah, so for Winnie specifically, it's the flat spot on the back right side of her head. I figured it'd be informative to kind of like show the dates and the timeline and the pictures of from the first time I saw her flat spot up until the point that she actually got the helmet and to where we are now. So she was born in February. It was May 11th that I noticed her flat spot for the first time. I took a picture, I sent it to a few friends. I was like, what do you think? I think she's getting a flat spot. I'm worried she's gonna need a helmet. Everyone was like, no, I think she's fine. Like, don't worry about it. She's so little, like she has time to grow out of it type thing. 1 week later, on May 18th, she had her early steps evaluation. So early steps is the program that our state offers for free therapy for kids who qualify for it. So we had an evaluation to see if she was eligible and like what type of services she may need. So during that evaluation, they brought it to my attention that she favored looking to the right. And that sounds like common sense if she's having a flat spot on the right side of her head, but I just didn't really put two and two together yet that she was looking to the right all the time and was almost never like centered. So that was May 18th, and at that point they said, you know, it's gonna be a few weeks before we get her into therapy. So in the meantime, you know, try aggressive repositioning, try to get her to not put any pressure on that spot on her head, do lots of tummy time. Now it's June, it's mid-June. She has her 4-month checkup at the pediatrician, and the pediatrician says, I see it, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not too worried about it. She's about to start physical therapy. So along with therapy and the aggressive repositioning, it should be okay, and we should be able to avoid a helmet. 1 week later, it is June 26th, and she now is having her physical therapy evaluation. So the early steps evaluation was to get her into the program, and now the physical therapy evaluation is to get her into the actual therapy that they assigned us to, and they wanted to see how much therapy she really needed. So it's June 26th, we're doing the physical therapy evaluation, and the woman says like she needs a helmet now, or you know, yesterday, like she needs one. And this is serious. This is medical. This is not just cosmetic. This is problematic. And you know, that was really scary to hear because a few days prior I had heard it's fine, no big deal. So very different opinions and just totally like contradicting things to hear, that I just felt like I needed more opinions. So at this point, I reached out to a woman on Instagram who offers a course to try to avoid the helmet, and I sent her pictures, and she told me that it was mild to moderate and that her course could prevent the helmet. And that was cool, but you know, she has her motive to sell me her course. I didn't feel like it was an unbiased opinion. So at this point, I decided to reach out to Cranial Technology, which is who the physical therapy evaluator suggested. And I also felt like this was not going to be an unbiased opinion, but I just felt like we might as well get their opinion if we seem to be trending towards getting a helmet at this point. Sorry, I had to put the baby down I thought she was going to sleep, but now she's just playing with her hands. So it was July 3rd that we went. We got her imaging done. It was like the evaluation appointment at Cranial Technologies. So we got the imaging done. They somehow used those images to do a mathematical equation to then give you a number. That number is shown to you on a line chart from normal to mild to moderate to severe. And her number fell in the severe range. So she was obviously recommended a helmet. She was also told that at this point it was severe enough that they thought she would already probably need a second helmet. So that was obviously just scary to hear, and I was like, okay, then let's go through with it, because at this point it wasn't cosmetic, it was medically necessary. And that's what's frustrating with the insurance, is they like to say like, no, it's cosmetic, it doesn't matter, like it's just, you know, you don't like how it looks. But it was reaching a point where her eye was starting to squish in from the flatness on her side of her head and the pressure. Her eye was like pushing in, her ear was like shifting, her ears were shifting, her eye was affected, like her cheek was looking more full on one side from being squished. So it was affecting the front of her face. And as far as why that would be like medically necessary, her physical therapist just kept reminding me if she wanted to wear a helmet to do some sort of sport in the future, the helmet would not fit properly to actually prevent a head injury properly. And then along with that, with the ears shifting, she wouldn't be able to wear glasses. If she was, you know, told in the future that she has vision issues and needs to wear glasses, she wouldn't be able to wear them properly with her ears at different lengths and like areas on her head. So with those two things happening, it became concerning. We decided to go through with the helmet. We waited for a few weeks to see if insurance was going to approve it. If insurance denied the claim, it was going to be $2,500 out of pocket, which I, in all honesty, would not have been able to afford in any way whatsoever. I don't know what we would have done had insurance not covered it, because that's just not even like close to being within our price range. So we waited several weeks to see if insurance was going to approve it, and then once they did approve it, they called us back in to do more images, because the images they use for the helmet obviously just have to be up to date, but also it's like a different image for some reason, like because they put like a little stocking on their head to make sure that the images don't confuse hair with head. So they like put a stocking on so it's as tight and accurate to their head shape. And so they had to do updated pictures, and then we finally got her helmet on August 9th. So August 9th was actually the day that I found out she had Down syndrome a year ago. So it was a little like emotional of a day, but it was I was distracted with driving 45 minutes each direction to go get the helmet. But so they give you the helmet and they say you have to pass 2 3-hour checks. And if they pass both of those, then they can sleep in it. So the 3-hour checks it's 3 hours on, 1 hour off. And what they're looking for is any redness when the helmet's taken off, and that redness should go away within that 1 hour mark, or by that 1 hour mark. And if it doesn't, then you need to wait until it goes away to put the helmet back on. And if it does, then you're golden, and then you should be able to sleep in it that night. So she was not passing the checks. She had a lot of issues with redness. We went back multiple times for adjustments to see if it would like correct that, and it was not. So she had her helmet for 3 weeks. In those 3 weeks, she probably actually slept with it half of those nights. And after several adjustments, they were like, that's it. We're just gonna deem this as a faulty helmet, and we're gonna start over from scratch. Let's let this red spot heal for a few days, come back next week for more images. And this conversation happened on September 3rd. So yeah, we then had to wait a few more days, wait for the redness to completely go away, go back, do new images, go back, get the helmet. Here we are, it's mid-September. She has her new helmet. She has had it for less than a week at this point. She has not had any redness. The only concern, I'll grab her in a second, but the only concern is like it's so low. So as you can see, hold on, it's like really low right here, but it shifts. Like I can pull it back a little bit So when she goes for her adjustment next week, I'm gonna ask them if they can just shave that off. Just so she can obviously see, because I would be so annoyed if something was in my eye all the time. Yeah. But she obviously, as you can tell, she doesn't mind it. She's chilling. The first night that she got this second helmet was a little rough and she slept terribly. And then she just decided to start sleeping on her belly. So now she's sleeping fine. I just wanted to make this video to explain some of the reasons why a baby might need a helmet, or and to share our experience with the timeline of how long it took to actually get in the helmet, or just for anyone who really likes Winnie and wants to know why the heck she has this thing on her head. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!